Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tax Show for People Who Owe. I'm Dave.
And I'm Phil.
And today we have a big announcement. What's a big announcement, Phil?
Penalty relief.
And how big is this penalty relief?
1.2 billion.
That is a lot. I can't even count that high. Now, this is not for everyone, and it's very, very rare that the IRS comes out and says, we're going to offer these dollars back to a certain type of taxpayer. Now, what type of taxpayer or situation are we talking about, Phil?
This is a tax show for people who owe, so those that owe and also filed late.
Okay, so the key part of that whole thing was that you filed. So that's filed late. Now, I'm assuming there's some sort of deadline to get this type of relief. Is that right?
Yeah, and it's a short one, unfortunately, and that's September 30th of 2022.
And that's why we're talking about this right now, because there's a limited time where you can obtain this relief if you haven't filed yet. So Phil, how much relief are taxpayers who owe and have a balance, filed late, what are they looking at?
That's a great question, David, and it's going to depend on how much you owe in taxes, unpaid taxes. And it could range up to 22.5%, David, and that's a significant amount, and that's per year.
Okay, so is it safe to say the more I owe at the end of the year, the more I'm getting on the penalties?
Correct.
Okay, so the more relief.
The more relief you're going to have. And remember, this only applies to 2019 and 2020 tax years.
Okay, key point there. If you haven't filed for 2019 or 2020, now is the time. Time is of the essence. Like Phil likes to say,
do something.
Do something before September 30th. Now, let's hone in a little more on the $1.2 billion figure. Is that for people who have filed already? Do they retain the relief, or is it for people who haven't filed yet?
That's a tough question. It is an estimate from the IRS, so we don't know exactly what went into that estimate, but I imagine it's a combination of both that filed and perhaps haven't filed yet and they expect to owe.
So for those folks that haven't filed yet, what are your thoughts on the chances of them getting filed on time, since we only have a limited time?
So we work with a lot of clients who are behind, and in this case, what I've seen in the past is they're often slow to get their documents in place, hand it over to the preparers to file timely. So the short window makes it a little bit more difficult than usual, but I think still some people will have a chance at getting it done timely.
Okay, because it's 2019 and 2020 tax years, this isn't the most recent tax filing.
Correct.
So for folks who don't have access to the records way back, that might seem like years ago, pre-pandemic, what are some of the things they could do?
Create an online account with the IRS, get your transcripts, or contact a professional that can help you.
And you think that will help them meet the deadline?
Absolutely, if they pick up the phone yesterday.
Great point. So if you still haven't filed 2019 or 2020 and don't know where to start, and you'd like to take advantage of this short window to obtain this significant relief, you should download our app and request help from Optima. We help taxpayers who are behind on their taxes, and we'd love to help you. That wraps it up, everyone. The point of this is that you need to act now if you haven't filed 2019 or 2020 to obtain this significant penalty relief, right?
Right.
Well, I'm going to ask Phil again. What should we do?
Do something. In this case, file your returns.
Great closing there. Thanks for joining us today, everyone. We'll see you next time. Hey, everyone. Thank you for watching today. Please be sure to like
and subscribe
so you are up to date with all the information you need when you're taking on the IRS.
And as always, do something.